Hello students, let us see the substitution nucleophilic unimolecular reaction here. Substitution nucleophilic unimolecular, which is commonly called as SN1 reaction. So, let me take an example here. Tertiary butyl bromide, when it is treated with a hydroxide ion in presence of a polar protic solvents, like it may be a water, it may be acetone, acetic acid, etc. Let me take a polar protic solvent water. There is a formation of a alcohol. And a bromide ion is a living group here. So, here there is a breakage of carbon and a bromide, and there is a formation of a carbon and a OH takes place, and we are going to get tertiary butyl alcohol. So, let us see the mechanism of this. So, here it is takes place in two steps. In the first step, there is a formation of a carbocation. So, the first step is, so it takes place in two steps. So, in the first step, formation of carbocation. So, here the carbon and a bromine bond So, here a tertiary butyl bromide, it undergoes ionization and it forms a carbocation and a bromine ion here. So, carbon and bromine undergoes a slow cleavage to form a carbocation here. So, the energy required for the breakage of this carbon and bromide, it is obtained by the solvation of the halide ion in the protic solvent here. So, here a carbocation, the second step is attack of nucleophile. Attack of? Stop. The second step is attack of nucleophile. So, a carbocation obtained here, it is attacked by a nucleophile. So, it is attacked by a nucleophile and we are going to get tertiary butyl alcohol here. So, this is a slow step where there is a cleavage of carbon and bromide takes place here, and here this is a fast step because there is no lack of time. So, this is a fast step here. So, as the first step is a slow step, this is a rate determining step where a single molecule is involved, hence it is a unimolecular, and rate of the reaction depends upon the concentration of the reactant one, that is alkyl halide, hence it is first order reaction here, and a carbocation formed is planar. The geometry of this is planar, hence a nucleophile can attack from both the sides, hence it is 50% retention configuration and it is 50% inversion configuration, hence it forms a racemic mixture here. So, now let us see the order of reactivity of alkyl halides towards SN1 mechanism. So, here let me take a primary, secondary and a tertiary alkyl halides. So, here the order of reactivity of alkyl halides towards SN1 mechanism, it depends upon the stability of the carbocation. So, when you compare these primary, secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, a tertiary alkyl halide is more stable. Hence, the tertiary alkyl halides are more reactive towards the SN1 mechanism than a secondary alkyl halides. Secondary alkyl halides are more reactive than the primary, and primary alkyl halides are more reactive than the methyl halide here. So, methyl halide is less stable, hence it is least reactive towards SN1 mechanism, but the tertiary alkyl halides are more stable. The carbocation found by tertiary alkyl halide is more stable, hence the reactivity is higher here. So, tertiary alkyl halides, they are more reactive than a secondary halides and they are more reactive than a primary alkyl halides. This is the order of reactivity of alkyl halides towards SN1 mechanism. I repeat, a tertiary carbocations are more stable, hence they are more reactive towards SN1 mechanism. Allylic halides and benzylic halides, they show high reactivity towards SN1 mechanism. So, let me take a allylic halide here. So, allylic halides are the one where the halogen atom is attached to the sp3 hybridized carbon atom, which is in turn attached to the carbon containing the double bond. So, when this follows the SN1 mechanism, we get a carbocation. Further, we can write a carbocation. When we transfer or when we shift the double bond this side, we get another resonance carbocation. Hence, it is resonance stabilized. Hence, it is resonance stabilized here. Hence, it show more reactivity towards SN1 mechanism. So, even the benzylic halides, they show more reactivity. So, when it follows a SN1 mechanism, we get benzyl carbocation. So, by the delocalization of the pi electrons, we get a more resonance structure here. Hence, this is also resonance stabilized. Hence, this also show more reactivity towards SN1 mechanism. So, allylic halides and benzylic halides, show more reactivity towards the SN1 mechanism. Now we will see the reactivity of different alkyl halides towards a nucleophilic substitution reaction. So let us see a reactivity of different alkyl halides. So let me write alkyl iodide, alkyl bromide, alkyl chloride and alkyl fluoride. So here for a nucleophilic substitution reaction to take place, there should be a breakage of the halogen and a carbon should take place. So the bond length between a halide and a carbon is more in alkyl iodide. Hence the bond strength is less. Hence alkyl iodides are more reactive than alkyl bromides and they are more reactive than alkyl chlorides. Here alkyl fluoride has higher, it has got a lower bond length, hence bond strength is more here, hence the nucleophilic, that is both, this is order of reactivity of both SN1 and SN2 mechanism. This has least reactivity towards SN1 and SN2 mechanism. Let us see the distinction between SN2 and SN1 mechanism. So here the order of reactivity here, primary alkyl halides are more reactive than a secondary alkyl halides. These are more reactive than tertiary alkyl halides. In case of SN1 mechanism, tertiary alkyl halides are more reactive than a secondary alkyl halides. Then these are more reactive than a primary alkyl halides. So this is order of reactivity. So this is bimolecular in nature and this is unimolecular. So this follows second order kinetics. And this follows first order kinetics. So this is a single step process and here this is two step process. Here there is no carbocation formed, no carbocation formed. Here there is a formation of carbocation.